Yeah, I can't hear that.
Huh? Fine, put up black pants you had on your stay on your t-shirt out your door. You ain't going anywhere. All you doing is purple pants, those pants hanging up. And Jamal about to go live. So we gotta be quiet.
All right, good Sunday morning. I just wanted to share something with you guys this morning before you head off to church. One, your pastor is not a financial guru. I don't care what his name is. So, pay your money, support the church, but deal with some real financial people if you're going to invest. Okay, you don't go to church to invest. God is not a stock tip. I know that. Unless somebody can show me that in the Bible, then other than that. But anyway, enjoy yourself there at church. You know what I mean? Don't be discouraged. Just be mindful. All right, but what I wanted to talk about real fast, I ain't gonna hold you long here this morning. Now I know you heard that before, but is a news article was posted on the news about the situation with Tim Woodbridge and the fact that he hasn't paid that bill yet, and I wanted to play that, and I wanted to go over some things in that. And this is my continued issue and problem with the news media, the mainstream news media. They don't really do their job as far as actually doing some investigative and bringing you the right stuff. I'm gonna show you in this piece right here. I just don't think it serves the people. Okay, put the town of Andrews aside and think about the people who are affected by this, and then let's go through this piece right here. Okay, this was done by, I guess that's Channel 5.
Home Park landlord is now taking legal action against the town of Andrews on who has the right to a water pumping station. This all comes after the landlord received a more than $150,000 outstanding water bill after nearly 20 months of missed payments. Our Tiana Maxwell joining us in studio tonight. And Tiana, you spoke to the attorney in all of this. Break down what residents are facing.
Yeah, Michael, well, those outstanding payments led to a water shutoff for neighbors in the Black River Mobile Home Park in the town of Andrews. And while water has been restored for now, the attorney tells me they're still looking for solutions. An over $150,000 bill was sent to Tim Woodbridge, a landlord who owns 35 lots in the Black River Mobile Home Park in the town of Andrews. Now, Woodbridge's attorney says a water pipe break under the roadway last year led to a leak of about 1 million gallons of water. Woodbridge is taking legal action against Williamsburg County and the town of Andrews over the ownership of the water pumping station, water pump maintenance, and responsibilities like the roadways. Lawsuit documents say Woodbridge was first notified in March about deficiencies of a water collection pump that distributes fresh water to residents. Documents state the issues were not corrected, but it's still unclear whether Woodbridge or the county government owned the pump station. Attorney Tom Winslow says recognizing who is responsible for the outstanding bill is not the only issue for the area.
The issue we have, truthfully, is a long-term issue. It's not even a current today issue. What happens in 5 years from now when people sell their lots or sell their properties? does the next person just inherit this problem, or are we actually trying to find a permanent solution?
Now, the lawsuit is asking for monetary relief for damages, negligence, and slander. The mayor of Andrews says he is unable to comment on pending legal matters. And now a public meeting with the attorneys, Town of Andrews, and the State Department of Environmental Services will take place on June 25th at 1.
All right, June 25th. I don't know if she's talking about 2026, but she said it's going to take place June 25th. Also, the Black River Mobile Home Park does not sit inside of the town of Andrews. It sits in Williamsburg County, and these are all, key points. Another thing is Tim. The problem Tim has, right, is, well, let me finish what let me let her finish.
1 p.m. to find solutions and ownership of that pump station. And we are finding out more information on where that meeting will be. So back to you, Michael.
All right. So, you heard that. She said that they were having a meeting here soon. But the problem that Tim has, okay, they said he was informed back in March. Well, I have some Cash Apps, and I got some testimony from some people. These Cash Apps are back from 2022. Okay, so how long was this pump station, the property that this pump station sits on, been in contention? And why haven't charges been filed against Tim yet? Because, and if you need this evidence, I got the evidence for you. He's saying back in March, this problem started. I'm showing you where he was sending people to the town of Andrews' water meter, the master meter, and he was charging. And then you got his residents that's got receipts that he's been collecting water bill from back then. Back when they had the sewers, when the lift station was dumping the raw sewage on the ground, and the people didn't have any water for prior to that. So these are all delay tactics that Tim Woodbridge and his lawyer, as a matter of fact, his lawyer showed up to the meeting that they had the other day, and the people were asking him some questions that he refused to answer. And he's saying that, well, what's the issue going forward? Well, who was paying the bill all before? And then at this point, you get to a point where you're not paying the bill. But again, you looking at on the screen where he was paying people to go out, and I got more of these since 2022 to read the meter. And these people will testify to this. So this is going to be interesting, but be mindful of what you watch and listen to on the news. Be critical. Be a critical listener, okay? Because they'll get up there and they sound good. They got on the fancy clothes and the flowery language, and they'll lie to you, intentionally, unintentionally, but they'll give you misinformation. Okay, it's a bunch of key things. So stay informed, ask questions, and remember, pay your tithe, do your little general offering, but all that other extra, be on the lookout.